Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. And I want to talk about DeFi. I haven't done a DeFi video in a little while, and it's time to jump in and do a DeFi video. So this is Cardano right here, total value locked. We can see number one, Min Swap, number two, Wing Riders, Sunday Swap, Meld, Muesli Swap, Revuto, Vi Finance, AADA, ADAX Pro, Lending Pond, MeowSwap, and Fluid tokens are the top 12. Uh, what I want to start out with is talking about Vasil Hardfork. Now, Vasil is an upgrade coming on September 22nd. And that's big because it's going to be a scaling upgrade. People are saying it's going to be the largest upgrade. I'm going to link below if you want to watch all of Charles Hoskinson's talk about the upgrade. You can check that out below, but I'm going to summarize it. So the upgrade is going to update scaling, and that's going to be really big for the Cardano blockchain because if you are in the blockchain, you know that we do need scaling, and they have been working on that. And what I do love about Cardano is that they build things to build them correctly. They don't rush technology, they don't rush it out to get it done. They make sure it works properly. So let's talk about it a little bit. So it's going to upgrade scaling, but it's also going to give dev tools. So a lot of the dexes that are building, a lot of the projects that are building on Cardano are able to make a better experience, to make a better product. So, first of all, 75, if I could speak correctly, 75% of mainnet blocks are being created by the Vasil node, which is 1.35.3. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Number two, approximately 25 exchanges upgraded, representing 80% of ADA liquidity. That's important. And then number three, the top 10 dApps of total value locked, confirming that they have upgraded to the 1.353 on pre-production, are ready for the mainnet. So let's talk about that. So they put out this nice picture here talking about it. Vasil DevNet, which is the early test environment, which is approximately a 2-hour length. And then the preview, which is longer term environment, it's going to take about a day. And then they have pre-production, which is about 5 days, which is 1 epoch. And then the mainnet, which is 5 days, also 1 epoch. So that is that. Talking about the SPO readiness or the stake pool readiness, you can see that 87% have met that upgrade to 1.35.3, which is the metric. They were trying to get over 80%. 25 exchanges. Let's talk about that. Here you can see the release notes and stuff. I'm going to link this in the description below if you want to check that out as well. So you can see the top 12 exchanges by liquidity. Binance is nearly there. Upbit is in progress. MEXC is already there. Bitrue is ready. Coinbase is in progress. I know that was a big thing people were talking about because they were kind of dragging their feet on that. So that's pretty nice. And then you have a little less so exchanges like crypto.com. They're in progress. That's the one I use. Gate.io is in progress. Upbit's in progress. So KuCoin is in progress. So you can read all this if you want to. I'm going to keep going. And this is now the dApp projects. And you can see MinSwap is in testing the preview node of 1.353 and in testing pre-production. SunnySwap has tested. Wing Riders is in testing of the pre-production. Muesli Swap is testing the first two right now. Lending Pond also, they have been tested. They have the green light. AADA also, they have the green light. They've been tested. Meld, they've tested. And not sure who this is, D Quadrant. They have tested as well. Revuto is waiting info. Vi Finance is in testing. They've tested the first one. That's fine. Now they're in testing. ADAX Pro, they are in testing of all of it. So you can see this. You can see who's testing, who's already finished. So that is pretty cool to see. And like I said, the September 22nd is the date. That's the official date that Charles Hoskinson just said. September the 2nd. So this was a couple days ago that they actually dropped that news. I just haven't had time to make a video on it. So pretty excited about that. So that's going to be a pretty good day. And, there's probably going to be some parties that day as well. So now let's get into some DeFi that's actually going on. And I want to start with AADA. Now, AADA is a project that I've been excited for a long time. I remember actually buying their token for the first time, right when they launched. I was in a restaurant, and it was actually pretty cool. I was sitting there waiting for my food, and I was able to, get on my phone and make a purchase, and that was pretty exciting for me. But why am I excited for AADA? Well, this is their platform right now. You can see it's under the test net. I've showed it on the channel before. I'm going to link a video down below that I talked about them. And if we look at it, they're going to launch their mainnet platform on September 13th. So that's going to be exciting because they're a lending and borrowing platform. And to the best of my knowledge, they're going to be the first lending and borrowing platform on Cardano. They lend and borrow tokens. So it's not NFT lending and borrowing. So Lending Pond still owns that. But you're going to be able to lend and borrow. And if you were on the test net at all, or if you check out my video below, you can see that your lending and borrowing isn't necessarily going to be the same token. So you can lend AADA and get ADA back, or you can lend MELD and get VI Finance back. And this is going to be the list of what they're going to start with. So you're going to have AADA, of course, Milk, Wi-Fi, Liquid, Rate Network, I think that is. I think this is CMattDye, but I'm not too sure. Wing Riders, MELD, World Mobile, Pavia, MinSwap, and AADA. So that's what they're going to start with, and then I'm pretty sure they're going to start adding from there. So I'm definitely excited about AADA. Now I want to talk about their ISPO that they had. So if you were in their ISPO, which their ISPO is over, but if you were in it, you can start claiming your tokens. This is the calendar they put up for the claiming process. You had some you could claim in August, September, and this adds up. So you don't have to claim it in August because August is past. You don't have to claim it now in September. You can wait. You have November, and then December the 24th. That's going to be the last accrued part of your ISPO. So if you wait till then, you can claim them at that time and just claim all of them at once. That's fine. And this is what you use. It's called Tosi Drop. I'm going to link this in the description below. TosiDrop.io. You need to find your staking address. And if you're unfamiliar how to do so, what you do is you go to Cardano Scan, and it kind of pulls up because I've been there several times. You go to Cardano Scan, and so you find your receive address. Once you find your receiving address, you go to Cardano Scan, and if it ever pulls up, what you do is you put in your receive address, and then you look down below, and then it says staking address. Well, you copy that staking address, and then once you copy it, you go here to Tosi Drop, you paste in your staking address, or you can use your ADA handle if you have an ADA handle on that particular wallet, and you check your rewards, and then that will tell you what you have, and then you can claim it from there. Similar to Drip Drops, it's just a different service, and Drip Drops is a little more stringent. So Tosi Drop is a little bit better right now, in my opinion. So that is how you do that. And then also for AADA, they're doing a test or a contest. So you submit a loan within the first 24 hours after the mainnet launch, which is scheduled for September 13th. You do a loan. The loan must be funded within 7 days of your loan request. So you can't do some crazy loan like, let me just ask to borrow something that doesn't make sense. Your collateral value must be 500 ADA or more, and you have to hold the loan for at least 7 days. You can do this once per wallet. So you have to loan size at least 500 ADA. Like, the example here, if it's 1,000 ADA, you get the exact same reward. So whether it's 500 ADA, 1,000 ADA, 15,000 ADA, you get the same reward. So you make a loan, hold it for at least 7 days, and then you're going to get 10 AADA dropped into your wallet, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited for this token. I've been very excited for this token. If you check out the video below, it'll talk more about AADA. They have a very low supply, and I think they have a lot of upside. But, if you want to watch that video and decide for yourself, do your own research. And, but there you go. That's on AADA. Now, excuse me, I want to talk about Genius Yield. Now, Genius Yield is doing, they're updating their staking dashboard. So you will be able to stake your tokens, your GENS tokens, and your NFTs pretty soon. Right now, they're doing smart contract audits, and the audits are going very well. They just talked about it recently, a few days ago, and that's pretty exciting. So that's something cool. You'll be able to stake your NFTs and your GENS tokens. Now, for those of you who are in the ISPO, if you stake your NFT that you got from the ISPO, you'll actually get credit for those tokens that you were awarded in the ISPO, but you don't have yet, because obviously they're doing in chunks. So you're going to get your rewards in chunks later on next year. So I think there's one later this year, and then next year you're going to get some, like April and stuff like that. But you're going to have credit with that NFT. So if you stake that, you'll get credit for that. I'm super excited about that. So that's something definitely to pay attention to. Next on the list is Genius X. Now, Genius X and Genius Yield are partner companies. They're under the same Genius umbrella, but Genius Yield is your DEX, while Genius X is an accelerator launchpad for companies that are coming out. So Genius X is under their ISPO right now. I did a video about them whenever they first launched. I can, link that below as well if you're interested. But their ISPO ends on September 12th, and they're starting what's called a multi-token ISPO. Now, this is the first one that I know of. A lot of the ISPOs I have seen that they might do dual tokens. So Genius Yield did this. Genius X is doing this. So Genius Yield was a 50-50 pool. So you get 50% of GENS tokens, 50% of ADA. And I've seen other pools do that as well. Genius X is doing one where you get 50% GENS X tokens and 50% of a project that they're doing, Iagon. But their multi-token ISPO, you're going to get 5 different tokens. So let me pull that up real quick. Smart Places is one. They're kind of like a social project that they're doing. That's interesting. Legacy, Reach, Outlaw Brawls, which are a couple friends of mine, so maybe a little biased on that one. Dungeon Dragons. So those 5 you're going to be able to get from staking. It's September 12th to January 15th. So it's 4 months for their ISPO, which is 25 epochs. So that's kind of exciting if you're interested in that. So something to look forward to. It's on September 12th, which is the same day that Genius X ISPO ends. That is going to begin. So I'm assuming the exact same stake pools. The Genius Yield, when it ended, the same stake pools took over for Genius X, which should be the same stake pools that will take over for the multi-token ISPO. So that's pretty much what I got. We can check out DeFi Llama again. You can see that Vi Finance is doing pretty well. They're a company I'm really interested in. AADA, just talked about them. These are people who are involved in their ICO, their token sell, or bought tokens on the secondary market, and they're staking them. Right now, we're getting 20% on our tokens. So we're getting 20% back, just like Meld we're getting a little bit back as well. Meld has a lot of staking. So a lot of the people who were in the ISPO or bought some on the secondary are staking to Meld. So same concept there. And then whenever AADA launches their platform on September 13th, I want to watch this because right now they have 971,005 staked into their platform. Well, once their mainnet platform launches, I want to see what that number does, because a lot of people are probably going to take advantage of this. I know a lot of people who were involved in beta testing. I did their beta testing, so I met a few people who were doing it, and I've seen a lot of videos, a lot of tweets on that. So that's pretty cool to see. So I'm very interested to see what actually happens with that. Other tokens, and I mentioned Cardano and DeFi briefly during this segment. They're still working on things. Cardano still is looking at the end of the year to launching their platform, and DeFi is in the same boat. They're talking later on this year to launch their platform as well. A lot of projects are kind of waiting on those dev tools coming with Vasil. The scalability is big, but those dev tools are going to also be big to see what can actually be built on the platforms. So that is what I'm looking at. If you enjoy the video, throw a like. If not, throw a dislike. I appreciate the feedback. Thanks for sticking around and checking out everything. Let me know in the comment section below your favorite project. Are you excited for any of the ones I mentioned, or maybe something I haven't mentioned? So let me know that. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Have a great day.